All right. So before we actually get into ranked, a few things I want to teach you guys. So for Magneto, I would prefer to turn this on a small scale if you have it. Not really like something important for Magneto, but allied health bars are especially important for Magneto. It allows you to be able to know when you're going to absolutely need to shield. For example, right here, a shield, going to be able to save him. But in most cases, if you don't have that on, you're not going to see how much health he has, and then maybe you're going to shield somebody who you think has low health, and it's just going to lead to a lot of confusion and everything like that. As well as being able to get a hero pretty low. Let's do... Where is he? Where is he? There's a raccoon. There we go. Shoot. Bam. Shoot. So I gotta do to find a pretty good pick, as well as just remaining disciplined. I'm gonna go further into detail about like when it's the correct time to bubble yourself or when it's the correct time to bubble an ally and everything like that. It is it's a very difficult, and it's probably one of the most important parts of his kit. But anyway, let's just get it straight into the ranked. All right, what are we going to target first? Anything that's killable. So you should do every single time you play. You look for what's killable. Maybe we can get a little bit of shots off right there. Sorry if we can't. Gonna get a little bit of damage out right here. Gonna keep looking for what's killable. He's killable. He's killable. We're gonna walk in. A big part of Magneto is what I like to do is I like to play very patient with them, then go in kind of like Zarya bubble if you've ever played Overwatch, where the moment that I like to use bubble is when I try to gain some like value, like overall get a pick. So for example, let's say he's like more towards the ground right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bubble myself to get out usually. Not gonna bubble myself to get right in. But I'm gonna go in, take a lot of damage, bubble yourself to get out, and then use your shield as well, and then you should be fine. Pretty much that's it. You'll start to understand as soon as we start getting to a little bit more of a higher rank. For example, right here, look, use natural cover. Just gonna keep looking for natural cover. The rest of my team will finish them off. Captain America's walking in. We'll look for a little bit more damage. We're gonna eat that. We're just overall gonna chill. We're not gonna go too try hard. I don't want to go like extremely I don't want to be extremely unfair. There we go.
Wakanda has given us this sacred duty.
Okay. I should have to see if she really did ult that.
Your attacks are futile. I feel like myself again.
A nice deep freeze.
Judge.
Okay, once again, just keep looking for any opportunity to bubble anybody. I know this match really isn't really like too educational just because of what's going on in it. I might not even put this in the video actually. I might, you never know. Overall, we'll look around, see if there's anything that we can really do to like bubble wise and then anything like that. Really look at their supports. They don't really have anything to really use on our Magneto ult. I guess the Jeff ult could work, preferably if you have an enemy cloak and dagger on the enemy team. For example, right there, I probably should have bubbled him. If there's an enemy cloak and dagger, that's usually probably the golden moment that you're going to want to use when it comes to using your ult. Sorry about that. I just woke up, so my brain ain't really 100% functioning right now. As well as, once again, don't be afraid to miss. Magneto, like, you're going to miss some shots. You're going to miss some shots that get you kills. It does suck, but it's going to happen. It happens to everybody. Even, I'd say, the rank 1 Magneto. It happens to everyone. Magneto isn't the hero where you're going to, like, hit every single shot and you're going to be an absolute god with them. You're definitely going to miss some shots. Now, if you're missing a lot of shots on somebody who's one tap, just shoot in the ground, like right next to them, or try to shoot directly at their feet, because then because you don't really 100% need to get like a direct shot. So, for example, if you're like missing like this, you're going back and forth on them, and you just can't seem to hit them, just start aiming towards their feet. I can guarantee you, you're probably going to kill them a bit more faster, and that's only if you're just in the moment and you're struggling to hit some of those shots, and you can't just get like a direct hit because you're shooting like directly past them like that.
It seems.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop that.
Seems like we got a lot of players who are playing very far up.
When all this is over,
We can see if we can maybe help them out.
chilled squid 오징어젓,
Yeah.
everyone.
They're currently capping.
This enemy. I like the cold.
Tanny needs help.
Fun.
Let's pop back up under their noses.
They're still capping. That's the reason why you never want to play up at spawn doors,
You need me.
because they're just gonna walk right behind you and they're gonna grab point. It happens every time, especially if you're playing like against a stranger or anything like that. They're able to get a TP off. It can become a bit of a problem.
More subjects are tenacious. I'll give them
We're just gonna keep shooting, looking for any extra alt charge that we can get or anything. Rotate back a little bit. We're gonna pay attention to our Thor right here because he looks like he wants to go in, and there's a chance that he could die because of it.
You owe me one.
Not really a whole lot to talk about right now. Not really a whole lot going on.
I'm hunkering down. I feel like myself again.
That one hurts. Goodbye.
Or bubble Luna Snow. Then I'm gonna ult this as well, since I do have ult. And he's probably gonna try to spit us out.
Magneto!
No. All right, nice.
Self again.
Final score 3, 2, 0. 1.
All right, where's a good spot to hold?
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
I guess maybe you could look for a little bit of extra value, like going up a little bit right here, like that. Be able to find like maybe a pick or something like that. But just be ready to bubble yourself. Be ready to get out. We're gonna bubble our Star-Lord right there. Jeff has a pretty good ability to get out, so I wasn't really too worried about him. We're gonna look for where that Unk was. Just gonna keep looking for any extra damage. Anything that we really can do. We're gonna bubble our rocket. He does have Unk to throw soon, so we're gonna keep looking for that as well. We're gonna grab bubble here. Wrong bubble, unfortunately. It cost our Punisher's life. Gonna walk back a little bit. And we'll reset. Not really worried. Bit of a tough start, but that's all right.
We need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Better. You need not fear.
Shields are more Steve's thing.
We'll just keep backing up.
Real firepower.
Exactly what
Keep rotating back, keep backing up if we need to. Shield that off. We can keep rotating out.
nobody can hang with the pulse cannon. Beholds the god of thunder! Bogey's coming up behind.
We're gonna go ahead and grab this silver here as well.
Better stop that vehicle.
Just gonna keep looking for any damage that we can get out. Focus our supports right here.
Disappear.
Magneto!
Enjoy the amplifier.
Double kill.
There we go. Start taking control of this point once again, finally. Now that we have the opportunity to. We're gonna jump on cart so we don't get hit by it. Also gonna walk forward right here. We're gonna bubble our Star-Lord just so he's able to not really take any damage while he's in his ult. Good comp once you get into, like, I'd say right around Celestial, high Celestial range. I'd say is right around when it starts getting used. You watch your Star-Lord go in, you bubble him, and then when he's doing like that burst that he does, I can't really think of what it's called.
Extra shielding, clean up your toys with
He'll gain like an extreme amount of ult charge. Like he can gain upwards to like 40% ult in like just a couple of seconds. 8-second cooldown, repeat, and he can get his ult in like under 30 seconds.
Well, can I lead the Guardians now?
We're gonna see if we can get a kill on. Yep, never mind. We're just gonna back out here. Use our bubbles to rotate out.
This is real firepower.
Throw to Onk.
Deploy another beacon. You're welcome. More bad guys. Just someone scratch my back.
Good moment as well right there would have been to bubble the jet.
Heads up, we got an arm. Lightning can fight.
Like that.
This will be helpful.
Then we're gonna take high ground. See if maybe we can get a free kill. We're gonna see if I can knock her off the high ground, but unfortunately she did move last second. We have an enemy rocket who's kind of out in the open right now. Maybe we can get a few shots off. See if maybe we can get a kill on the invisible one here. She'll get rotate out right now.
It's spider time!
Beholds the god of thunder!
Pulse charge. Fire.
Only 60 seconds left.
I feel like myself.
60 seconds left. See if we can get a kill on the invisible woman. She did push up really far. We are able to kill her. Really important. Then we'll see if we can get rid of a rocket right here. Kill what's killable once again. Kill the supports. Everything else becomes very killable. For example, rocket's up on this high ground, but I might honestly just ignore the rocket because I know Invisible Woman's going to be coming out soon. I'm going to get pushed off high ground, so we're just going to rotate back. Might as well. It's going to see if maybe I can go up, get a free kill. It's alright if you can't.
We can do this.
Rocket died early.
That's what I'm talking about. We're starting to lock in.
Shields?
Indeed, we are starting to lock in.
I'm trying to keep y'all alive with the heals, and its perfect part is y'all are jumping into my view as soon as y'all need it too.
Nice, nice.
Got you.
The moon haunts you.
In. We're gonna hold them on second point. Even if it's a tough first point, you just gotta reset, keep trying, and see what you
No
can
kidding. We kind of held them hostage in that little corner there, though.
Which side you're on.
do. We have to turn voice chat off.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Here they are now. It is in the interest of all mutants that we succeed this day.
There's snow right here, overextending. We're gonna bubble ourselves and we're just gonna walk straight forward at them. Tank all the shots. Now we're just gonna walk forward a little bit more. Pay attention to our team.
Exactly as I
It's killing the rocket. And then just keep paying attention to our team.
expect me to do that. One of Moon Knight's omelets, I presume.
Like that. Lunar Snow right here. Lunar Snow is one of the heroes that you can't actually do the one-tap combo, which is the shoot, spike, and then shoot. You do need to get like a little bit more extra damage out on her. So just keep that in mind. There are certain heroes that you can't do the one-shot combo on.
I knew that would work. Someone scratch my back.
We'll clear your path, Spider.
Like that. Cap point.
Final score.
15-1. Not bad.
1.
As well as if you guys are watching, I would genuinely highly recommend subscribing. It would mean, even if you don't like plan on sticking around or anything like that, it would genuinely mean like an extreme amount. If you guys could subscribe, I need 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized. Like, I am so close to the watch time hours. I pretty much have them. I know I'm guaranteed to pretty much have them by the end of the year. So, I mean, if you guys could subscribe, it would mean an extreme amount to me.
2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area.
No luck.
Got
Okay.
it?
The barriers between dimensions are breaking down. It's up to us to protect them.
All right, so this is the type of game where things are probably going to get really tough. Unless they only have one support as well, things will get tough, which they do not. I was able to get that extra pick right there. It's very huge. We're going to see if we can kill Groot right here. And we'll get
Back to whatever netherworld
her
you
and
crawled out of.
overall, good start. Good start so far. We're gonna keep paying attention to our team's health. If our Star-Lord goes in, sees if he can like maybe get some ult charge or anything like that, then I will 100% bubble him. See if we can get that comp going. If we can get some extra ult charge. See if our Star-Lord can just absolutely smoke them. Went in pretty hard right there. I will bubble him. Magic was 1 right there. We're gonna bubble him. We're just gonna keep looking for any extra damage. Get a little bit of healing.
Us against the world.
We're gonna bubble our Star-Lord again so he can get out.
Keep going.
Back to whatever netherworld you crawled out of.
I'm gonna grab this one bubble right here so I can maybe walk a little bit wide for a second. We're gonna back out. I'm gonna go ahead and bubble myself right here. Guess best bet right now is grab some heals.
You cannot hurt me.
It's party time!
Heal on him. I think our Punisher might need bubble here. I'm gonna give our Punisher bubble.
Disappearing.
I'm just gonna keep looking for any extra value, any extra kills, any extra damage. Bubble ourselves right here, and we're actually gonna walk forward. We're just gonna grab all these bubbles right there. Now we're gonna walk out. I wasn't exactly sure if we are gonna survive that if we kept walking back. And first cap, pretty good, not bad. We still have ult. Cloak and Dagger should be roughly around, like, I'd say 60% into ult right now, maybe 70% into ult.
'Tis a pleasure to see you, my dear.
Their Jeff,
I wish I could
I believe,
say the
might have
same,
ult as well.
Father.
You may not be a
Magic
fool,
should have ult, maybe not. She might be a little bit lower, maybe like 90%.
Thank you for the invite, but I think I will pass.
Just being able to ult track all this stuff, keep in mind, ult tracking is extremely important.
4,
Just try to remember who has ult, who hasn't have ult, who hasn't used ult, and everything like that. Like, for example, Penny's probably only at, like, I say maybe 30-40%.
idols
She had just used her ult,
shall bow to steel.
maybe even 20%. You never know. What do we got for ults? We got Mag and Wanda ult. Alright. Start damaging. Can look for any takes, anything that we really can do here. Healed off for a second. Then we're gonna bubble ourselves. Just because I don't want to take too much damage because we do only have one support, and it's a bit of a tough spot because I was kind of getting focused pretty hard right there. Magic.
Self-guided spider bombs? Yikes!
We're gonna try to touch so nobody can cap. We get rid of Nest. We'll get rid of Penny. Nest is extremely important to get rid of. Nest is usually like a big priority for mine. Just getting rid of Nest, because Nest, if you're trying to engage really aggressively, it's going to be very difficult.
You crawled out of, child. Miniature metal spiders.
Getting rid of Nest early, just like that. It's extremely important. Allows you to cap point. Allows Penny to become very very weak compared to like how she normally is when she does not have her Nest. She doesn't have that thing protecting her. That's why you can see like a lot of high rank Pennies will actually try their hardest to like block.
This will be helpful.
Right there, just because of the situation that we're in. Starlord ulted like extremely early, so I was trying to tank like a good amount, maybe get some distraction or anything like that.
I don't want to hit you more than I.
We're gonna pay attention to that. No, my poor team. We're gonna have to play very careful now, especially since I wasted my ult kind of for a troll. I might touch this just to see if I can maybe stagger a little bit. Oof. Big mistake on me. We're just gonna play safe. We don't have our Jeff currently, so. Oh, Jeff's gonna get a massive grab right there. Nice. Pick himself off, unfortunately. Not really what I would like to see. See if we can get a direct hit. Nice. We're gonna go ahead and take this high ground real quick.
Truly your best.
The area's almost yours.
Grab some heals.
Exactly what I hope. You shall not be harmed.
Bubble him.
Miniature metal spiders.
Rip Jeff. Get rid of Nest.
Powers are mine!
Been disabled.
Hope he isn't gonna do an extreme amount right here. Thankfully, he did decide to target me, and in result, We're gonna try to target any support that we possibly can right here.
Self-guided spider bombs? Yikes!
Get rid of Nest once again. Target Nest.
Spiders to worry about.
We do explosive damage, so she can't really block it away from me. There's Penny. We're gonna bubble him just so he'll stay alive. Up with that. Kill Jeff. Just like that, we will. 21-0. All right, this is gonna be tough.
The battle starts in 5,
It honestly might be best
3, 2,
just so I can take over this to play like right in this
you have to
area.
stop them from securing the mission area.
Humans are so fond of their golden
Might be
rivalry,
best.
but all of them shall bow to
Do an Iron Fist. The Venom.
I know hiding in turrets.
my power knows no limits.
Your fight is over.
Please.
You need not fear.
These little robots may be a problem.
Come away from the support. At all costs, we must protect this support. If we do not, support will die. Honestly, I might have to be the one that just targets our support with bubble at all times, just because of the situation that we're in currently.
Such a beautiful weapon.
I feel like myself again. You shall not be harmed.
I have a shield, but no complaints.
Unfortunately, we might not actually end up winning this. Nope. We might be able to make something happen. For our support. We're gonna bubble her. Get rid of that. See if we can take aggro. Go away, Venom. No! Our support. Unfortunate. See, there is a kill right there. Still our shots. Right though. Big hurricane incoming. Indeed, it's massive.
I am shielded.
Maybe we can get a little bit of heals here. Unfortunate.
Mutants always rise again.
Dragon kick.
I'm counting on you, friend. Shields
I
up!
better keep this next to shock.
This is gonna hurt.
Pulse charge. Fire.
Nice.
Only 60 seconds left.
I'm gonna bubble her. I don't want her getting low at all.
I have a shield, but no complaints.
Might walk a little wide right here.
Turret's gone and Punisher's on the
Down to
move.
30 seconds.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Beware my might.
Gonna get the kill on him.
It's fire time!
The bubble our Invis girl. See if maybe we can just get targeted with some heals here. I'm actually gonna ult this. See if maybe I can get a kill like that. Unfortunately not.
Us against the world!
Yeah. Tough situation. I knew there was probably a good chance that we're going to lose that, so trying to look for an early pick on the sports maybe, but unfortunately we weren't able to. It's all right. Just got to reset, see what we can do.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
End this quick.
All right.
Hurricane incoming.
Better stop that vehicle.
Let's see if we can keep trying to build up alt charge here. Once again, missing shots. Not the biggest deal. It does suck, but you're going to miss shots. Very good that they don't have any support alts currently. Quick bubble myself here. Maybe we can get a kill before we die. First.
8-legged tracking bombs.
Better stop that vehicle. Anyone willing to help?
My power cannot be quelled.
There's still a chance to stop them.
I will crush them all. You shall not be harmed.
Shielding never hurts. Damsar's boyfriend totally wants that.
The spiders have been sufficiently crushed.
Inviswoman is currently dead, so might actually just have to end up walking out of here.
Nature itself bends to my
Actually, maybe not. We might be able to make something happen here. Let's see, maybe we can touch this. Unfortunate.
Some help.
Maybe we can get a little bit of extra value that way. We're gonna rotate through here. Interesting ult, but
These little robots may be a problem. Anyone willing to help?
Judge, jury,
can
executioner.
rotate out. Rotate all the way out. Bit of a tough game. Not really a whole lot we can really control in this game just because the heals are low.
Better stop that vehicle.
It does suck, but I mean, every game's winnable. Gotta remember that even if the odds are in the high negatives, or it feels like it's in the high negatives, every game's winnable. We're not gonna give up just yet. We're gonna keep looking for anything that we really can do.
An extra 60 seconds left.
Gonna grab that heal so he couldn't grab it. Huge. Comes out ult.
It's party time!
Hurricane incoming.
We're actually gonna hit her inwards so she can't get healed. Oh, you're kidding me.
They got behind you.
We're gonna bubble. See if we can maybe get some heals here. If I can maybe tank every shot that's happening on our Sue.
3, 2, 1.
Get rid of Ankh.
Get that vehicle to its destination.
Figure out what the Jeff's doing. Push very far up. The reason why you don't do that is because of that.
This way we prove ourselves worthy.
Your god is suffering.
Double KO.
That's the reason why you never play super far up, because sooner or later you're guaranteed to lose. Even if you're rank higher, you play spawn, you're going to lose. There's only very certain cases where you can on this game, and you gotta have high coordination, like I said earlier.
I'm counting on you.
It never works out.
You're halfway there. Keep going. Tonight's Ankh, I presume? Anyone willing to help?
go.
There! Don't turn back now!
This day we prove ourselves
Here
worthy.
comes trouble! Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
We're gonna walk wide right here. See if maybe we can get it pretty thick.
Beware my might.
Destroyed.
Exactly as I expected.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me.
Your attacks are futile.
We're actually gonna let him live, I guess, because
Much better.
not feeling too safe about pushing up yet. Now we can kind of push up with some pressure on the supports, so they can't really get any healing. Once again, focusing the supports just like this, being able to get them to back up while there's still a team fight going on, can guarantee you, pretty much guarantee you a win unless they use like a bunch of ults to somehow win the fight. But the reason why it's extremely important to do that and why you can actually get away with it really well is because, I mean, you're cutting off their supports. It's pretty simple. You cut off the supports, they're not going to get any healing. When they don't get any healing, I mean, they're destined to die because everything's killable at that point.
You cannot hurt me.
Good for right here. Just gonna keep holding.
Keep up the momentum.
Jeff missed.
Render me assistance. I still need you.
Shields up.
You should be ashamed. I feel like myself again.
There we go.
Now it's easy. You know what to do, spiders? Watch your tails.
Trying to kill the thing. Fortunately, I wasn't paying attention right there, and I got our squirrel killed. She overextended. I could have been able to save that, but unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention, and in that case, it ended up costing. Or walk back a little bit. Wait for any heals that we can possibly get.
That should be sufficient.
Maybe we can bubble. It's alright if we can't. Thing is pushing forward heavily, so we should be able to kill him right here. There we go.
Uh-oh, they don't look friendly. Who would hurt such an amazing tree? No worries, I got your
There we go.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Double KO.
Fear Magneto!
The current score, 3, 2, 1. We need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Okay. Not really a whole lot going on.
That's squirrel power.
We have a player that disconnected on our team, so we're gonna have to play very well.
I feel like myself again.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me. Blame him.
These spiders are cute.
You are under my protection.
Shields up. We stopped them in their tracks. Counting on you, friends.
Looking for any damage that we possibly can.
Tiny little spiders, look out!
Unfortunate.
I've got yours.
I feel
Though our team is playing very far up right now, our team is playing very aggressive. So even though I don't really necessarily myself want to play very aggressive right here, I do got to keep my team alive as much as I possibly can. For example, moving right over here, kind of holding shield a little bit. Unfortunately, wasn't really enough. We're gonna bubble him across because he's trying to rotate out. Any extra damage on the Spider-Man? Looks like he's gonna full send away. Might be able to actually kill him before he grabs that. Ah, unfortunate.
Good riddance. That guy's a
He
psycho.
stopped them in their tracks.
I feel like myself again.
There we go.
Surrender your strength. Get up. I'm not done.
Get in there.
Armed and dangerous.
Gonna bubble Score Girl to cancel out his ult.
Judge, jury, executioner.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna run for our lives and pray that Penny stays alive.
Real firepower.
He does not.
You shall not.
We're gonna bubble him.
Looks like no cosmic yarn is getting amplified here.
Spider mode. It's spider time!
Unfortunate. I'm just back out.
Exactly as I expected.
We'll leave, regroup, and then we'll walk back in.
I'm counting on you, friend.
Maybe we might actually be able to peek a little bit right here. See if we can maybe get a shot off or something.
Only 60 seconds left. Here comes
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
They've made it halfway! Stop them!
Reload here. The only reason why I wasn't killing the invisible one right there was to gain some ult charge.
Down to 30 seconds. My friends are here!
Help my team get as much ult charge as they can.
Wellsprings of magic need time to be
Final 10 seconds. Double KO.
Just like that, we win even with the lever.
Final score: 3, 2, 0.
Yo, what's up everyone? So I'm just gonna end it right here on Silver 3 and we will be continuing it on Season 2. I will be hitting Celestial with this hero on Season 2. It's just gonna take a little bit just because I gotta wait for the ranks to be like all settled and everything like that, but I will continue this unranked GM in Season 2. And anyway, I'll see you later.